Gaius Ember. Burning Smith. Huh. He's turned, but still... what was it? He's turned zombie, yet he can still play blacksmith. Interesting. Also, the two you can choose, Angrim and Duncan? Angrim gives 3 to 7 pierce resistance, increases armor protection by 2 to 4%, and 2 to 4 physique. He apparently also has 4 low-level rare items that only he has. Honed Longsword, Brutal Great Axe, Rotating Rifle, and Battle Shield. While Duncan increases energy regen by 8 to 16%, defensive ability 4 to 12, and physique by 2 to 4%. Like each thing they make will have one of those 3 properties. And Duncan has Adept's Blade and Mace, Glyph's Archive, Double-Barreled Pistol, and Occult Horn. The Legion Blacksmith in Homestead has 2 to 4 8 resistance, 2 to 4 chaos resistance, 38 to 80 health. You can also craft dynamite. The Legion Smith at Fort Icon has the same as the Homestead Smith. The guy at we've already covered Horus the Cursed Smith, and then we also covered the Celestial Smith. And then there's also Garrus the Cursed Smith. He's located in the Crucible. He does the same things as Horus, but doesn't exchange the materials. And then there is the guy here. He will exchange ethereal missives, ethereal mutagens, and Wendigo spirit crafting items. I'm just reading this right off the wiki. He also has he can grant 2 to 4% poison and acid resistance, increases energy regeneration by 8 to 16%, and 1 to 3% crit damage. There's 3 other such people here. 3 other. 3 others in this expansion. And I imagine there might be some in Forgotten Gods. Act 7? Act 7 is the Forgotten Gods one. Apparently, while you can do it after the end of Act 1, they're storing lore elements that take place after the other 6 acts. So that's interesting. So, you could hear the game, you can hear me, and I am recording, and you have footage. Alright. And you can see here, he'll trade stuff around. It's tempting to grab that, because I would have a new summon, and he's potent and immortal. Blight, the master stroke of the 9 plagues of Dreeg. Torment, I read that before. Ruination. Torment and Blight. I don't have Blight. I have Torment though. Nemesis. You require sacrifice, slaughter. Not all Nightblade assignments end with a clean kill. And Bladesworn Talisman. I have Bladesworn Talisman. Slaughter. I don't have Slaughter. I have Savage, but not Slaughter. Odd that, he can keep doing what he's doing. But hey, I won't knock it. Merchant that trades stuff around for me. It's useful. The Riftgate is swarming with ethereals. As more of them should be, to be honest. Chromalius, time warped. Prezad, burning. Driftgate is clear of enemies. Wait, did you regrow an arm or what? I thought he was actually missing an arm. Maybe it wasn't, or maybe I think he might have actually just regrew it, or maybe it's broken and it's just hanging on. I didn't actually look at his model previously.
Well, here we are, Malmö, the center of industry in the north. Or it was before it all went down the slit hole. Would have been far too much luck to have the bridge down and waiting for us.
Oh yeah, way too much luck. You could hear the game, you could hear me, I am recording, and there's footage. Good. What do we do now?
Not to worry. There's an old sewer outlet not far from here, just down to the west by the river. It was a popular route for smugglers bringing contraband in and out of the Candle District. Now it will serve as our way in. No royal carpet for us. With any luck, we'll run into some of these survivors you spoke of. Take the lead.
I'm on it. Well, that's reassuring. Materials. I'm nearly at level 60 now. Quite happy with that. I wonder if that, you know, the Thornsberry, wonder if that really is the end of her storyline. She might turn up again. I've been trying to remain spoiler free and all that, so I don't know. Obviously I've spoiled a bit of myself, just so you know what I've been reading during recordings. Yeah, I really shouldn't record for much longer. I'm just getting really into it. Just expecting as much. Corpse. This. Alright. Sadly, nothing special there. I was really hoping for, again, another piece of the empowered stuff. Powered almond set. How about swords? Oh, that one. Ethereal Rotbauer. Ethereal Scamps. It's like ethereal, you know, flesh, you know, warped children. Huh. Alright. So I'm just kind of focusing on the game because, like I said, I'm just really getting into it. Plus, I'm also getting rather tired, so I don't, you know, that always ends up hurting my commentary. I'll probably stop in the next rift. Stop at the previous rift, but I think that this is a fair compromise. Okay.
I can't do that yet.
Alright. Looks more disconnected from the room, but sure. It's actually making me think of, you know, the Path of Exile stores in Sarn. We'll be getting back to that game at some stage, but when they release a new patch, like a new actual expansion. Of course, it was like the last series I did just before this one. For Yi. It's been quite a while for me, so it's, you know, it feels like a different thing. You know, comment I made more sense in that light, you know. The fact that it's been quite a few months since I covered the other thing. Ooh, all those eyes. The eyes have it. Also, I'm actually curious. Do they have anything new to say? Basically, you do kind of need to keep bouncing back and forth, back and forth.
So that's what it's going to take then?
I'm very glad to see you've returned from the void.
Okay, they have nothing new to say. That's fine. And it seems like I did the right choice in waiting on Forgotten Gods. I just felt like it's only proper to do it in order of release. Wonder if the, you know, random corpses can drop legendary items for you, or can, you know, only like enemies and shrines do that. I remember getting random like legendary sword off some peasant in Diablo 3. Pile. Scrap. Hidden remains. Really hoping I'll get a, you know, a part of that set. Like I said, while the axe might live up to what I currently have, it's Um, what am I getting at? Well, the axe might move up to what I currently have. Um, the set bonuses, should compensate for that. Okay. Cops tunnels blocked off this portion of sewers. Clear out with some heavy explosives. Aether marked. Well, that's fitting here. Wasn't too useful in the last place I got it. Fenog, the Iceborne. There we go. Ooh, nice. Go across the mountain. Crush the mountain. Wonder if we have a quest later on to kill him. I'm now finally despised by the Ethereal Vanguard. For the forerunners of the Ethereal invasion, they certainly are behind the times. But anyway, being despised means I'll get more spawns, which is very good. Really don't think I'll last too much longer here. Like I said, I'm tired. Just hoping. You could see the line there. I guess that's meant to be the pipe. Ends up coming off as a path. Alright, we'll check out this side, then I'll head back up to the surface and, actually no, wait, no, sorry. I was thinking this whole area was the treacherous domain and I got completely confused. I am rather tired, my brain isn't quite kicking into gear anymore. Well, what? Those weird worm things are pretty disgusting, goddamn. Alright. Just have to keep going this way. I'll pay attention to that in a second. Oh no, nothing this way. Map is fucking with me. Okay, we found where the next portal is. I'll just clear out what's here. And I'll go activate it. we'll call it quits. Alright, there's that done. Now, what does over here look like? Oh, Malmouth resistance fighters. I was figuring we'd probably end up running into these, but at the same time I was thinking, that'd be an awful big coincidence. Captain Wilfor. Wasn't there a guy of a similar name in Double Tree? He was like just a farmer. Wilfred. Yeah.
You better have a damn good reason to be here, before I assume you're just another ethereal. You're not from Malmouth, though. I'd know. Speak. Why are you here?
I've been sent to help.
Eh? You and what army? The city's been overrun. Our people are scattered, dead, or worse, taken into the fleshworks.
This army right here. And he just flexes. Shows off his arms. Given the fact he's cut through... Back to you in a sec. Cut through 35,048 mooks. Solo. You know, fucking God of War right here. Also, this is off, even going by, you know, just the amount I've been recording. I think I've more done than 2 days. Maybe I don't. Maybe that is actually right. I have spent a bit of time alt-tabbed and still recording. So maybe that's throwing it off. It wouldn't be by that much, though. Maybe that is accurate. I'd imagine so. It's just from what I saw, it made it look like it wasn't. It was off in some way. I can't remember which way it was. Yeah, you know, positive or negatively, but I remember feeling that it was off. Whatever. Doesn't matter.
You better have a damn good reason to
Sent
be here.
out.
Eh? You and what army? The city's been overrun. Our people are scattered, dead, or worse, taken into the fleshworks.
What is this place?
As far as I know, we're the last pocket of free people in our once grand city. Most of us, including myself, are remnants of the city guard. We do our best to survive, mostly by scavenging where the ethereals are thinnest. But those opportunities are quickly becoming few and far between.
The Black Legion's on its way.
The Black Legion? They survived the carnage in the capital? I suppose if anyone was gonna pull through, you could count on the Emperor's finest. How do they plan to get here? The docks are destroyed. Aether fire surrounds us.
The way is secure. We just need a way inside the city.
I don't know what that means, but if it's true, the best way into the city proper would be through the Candle District. The bridge was raised following the attacks, but the controls should still function. If you find a way to lower it, then the Legion can enter.
Sounds like a start. And then Algrim just turns up. Oh, way to startle people.
So, this is what's left of the Resistance then. We're going to need the Legion. Wait, did I just say that? Somer must have rubbed off on me.
Wilfer mentioned bridge controls.
Yes, that will suffice to let Creed's troops pour into the city proper. You will have to make your way through the Candle District, a more pleasant name for the city's slums. I don't expect it will be enjoyable. Carve your way through whatever horrors the Ethereals have waiting, and bring down that bridge. In the meantime, I'll try to get what information I can out of these people. Figure out what we're dealing with.
38,000 XP, 250 Black Legion rep. Very good. I'll make sure the bridge is lowered. Did spend those points. And let's get some more spirit. Spirit is quite potent for me. means I do all the more damage.
How are the slums treating you?
Sure.
You need to make your way through the Candle District. A sewer passage leading there is not far. Use the bridge controls to open the way into the city for Creed and the Black Legion.
If you're serious about heading out into the Candle District, which I don't recommend, then there's something you could do to cement our trust.
Alright, what is it?
The Ethereals do more than just slaughter us. That much is apparent. They've been gathering the dead and transporting them to Crown Hill. To what end? Just take a look at the mutated brutes roaming the city. We're just fuel for their experiments, material for their army. And I will not stand for another human being used this way. The ethereal gathering efforts are concentrated around the Candle District, where the fighting was thickest. If you head out there, destroy their despicable corpse wagons.
Alright, I'll destroy the wagons. Oh, you're here. I'll be with you eventually.
I'll give you a good price for what I've got left.
Nadala's justifiable ends. Decomposition. Like the music. And the weapons really fit me. Slightly better than what I have, and plus 4 to Torrent. Though if I'm going for the other axe, not too great. You strike a balance between life and death, bracing the strengths of both and imbuing them within your attacks and minions. Alright. The unrelenting feeling that all things must end. 32% Vitality, Aether, and Vitality Decay. 3% offensive ability, plus 1 to all skills in Necromancer. For pets, plus 7 offensive ability and 7% armor. And then 15% chance on attack for on a 10-second cooldown, 8-second duration, 199 Aether damage, plus 50% Vitality and Aether damage, and 50% Vitality Decay. Pets get 20 Aether damage and plus 50% to all damage. I could probably actually make that. And yeah, here's some legendaries. They have 1-handed swords, 2 rain, a legendary shield, legendary offhand, the overseer's a medallion. It buffs, gives you ground slam, and well, it's very much an occultist shaman of a bit of kit. It boosts up hellhounds and briar thorns, but in the exact same ways actually. Well, it gives Ember Claw, presumably for Hellhounds, which gives Ground Slam for Briarthorn, and then the boosts 15% crit damage to both. Well, this is... Oh, you need Orion's Blood, which is actually something you get from the Black Legion. Heart of Malmouth. It's an Arcanist thing, maybe with something else spliced in, I don't know. Sadly, it's not something that's really much beneficial to me. The 84% elemental damage is nice, but like half the thing is great to me. So I can't get too excited over it.
Put it to good use.
And you are?
I'm with the Black Legion, here to help.
The Black Legion? Where were they when the city burned? Where were they when our people were forced to flee into the sewers? Where were they when we watched our children get turned into monsters?
I'm sorry, the attacks happen everywhere.
That may be true, but do not expect me to leap for joy because of empty gestures. If you are here to help, then act.
I wish I had the option of saying, I just fought my way here from Ogdenbog. I just cut my way here, through the void, through hell, to get insulted by you. Is it too late to let the Eteros kill the lot of you? God damn. I get they're sour, but fucking I'm sour now too. Whoa, hey, are you one of those necromancers? I am, but let's keep that between you and I. Oh, okay, like our little secret, I get it. People probably think you're really scary, I won't tell anybody. I'm gonna be a necromancer someday too, then I can bring dead stuff back to life. Like rats and those nasty little robo thingies. And like a huge slimy monster made of horse bones. You can do that, right? Yeah, sure. I knew it, oh man, I can't wait. I'm gonna bring back all kinds of things. All kinds of stuff. Shouldn't you be with your parents or something? Erlene hesitates. They're all dead, okay? My brothers, my sisters, mommy, daddy. There should be a comma there. The comma's dead too. The monsters came and took mommy first. Then daddy went looking for her and never came back. What happened to your brothers and sisters? She shakes her head. I don't want to talk about it, okay? That comma's dead too. Yeah, maybe she's just saying it as a one whole run-on sentence, if you get me. Is that why you want to be a necromancer? Maybe. I just want to see mommy again. I can't stand it down here. It stinks and all the other kids are mean. They're making fun of me all the time. I'm all by myself. I just thought if I was a necromancer, maybe I could bring them back. I won't be lonely anymore. I'm sorry, kid. This is not how it works. You're probably right. I just don't want to be alone anymore. What's wrong with the other kids? They're evil. They keep making fun of me because my parents are dead. Tad says my mommy's a monster now. She's gonna get me in my sleep when I sleep. That's pretty terrible. But you're safe down here. What do you mean? Is mommy really a monster? Is she really coming to get me? No. The kids are lying to you. You really think so? Doesn't matter anyway. They're never gonna stop making fun of me. I'll talk to them. You do that? Sure, kid. I'm gonna throw this kid off a fucking cliff. Okay, fat zombie guy. Commence vomiting. Dissolve him. Oh, look at you, Mr. Fancy Pants with the armor and weapons. Who died just like everybody else. You need to stop making fun of Erlene. Oh yeah, and what you gonna do about it? You can't touch me. My dad's part of the Crown Hill Enclave? Maybe I'll just raise some skeletons to play with your bones. Tad's eyes widen in horror. What? Nobody can do that. Leave Erlene alone or you'll find out. Whatever. I'll leave Erlene alone. Good. Tad says he saw you talking to that crybaby Erlene. She was from the Candle District, you know. You need to stop making fun of her. Oh yeah? And what if I don't? How about I tell the guards about what you've been doing? Ha, they don't care. They're too busy trying to rescue peasants. Maybe it'll make you tend to the wounded. Ew, that's gross. Okay, I'll leave her alone. It's boring anyway. Just don't tell on me. I'll be back to check on her. Stupid Erling, getting adults involved. Just behave. So these are rich kids. Of course, they have to survive. Well, rich snots, let's go with that. Too old to fight, too frail to make a difference. That's what they're all thinking, so keep old Garland down here with the wounded and the kids. Well, I'll tell you, Garland's got some fight left in him. Who's Garland? Why, that's me, you soggy old rag. You ain't never heard of Garland? Garand's a stalwart. Garand Hammerfist. Garand the Unstoppable? I'm Garand. Garand is me. Doesn't ring a bell. Oh, Garand the old drunk is all they call me these days. But I ain't had a drink since the city was attacked. I need the sauce with all this madness going around. Thought maybe the city guard could use my skills, so I put down the bottle. Used to be a soldier, you know? Or did I tell you that already? Doesn't make no difference. You weren't a soldier that made me famous anyway. I was also the best damn bar fighter this city ever saw. Either you got into bar fights, or they would have like bar tournaments. You know, proper fighting things. You were legendary for getting into bar fights. You bet your height I was. Oh, I was thinking too much of you. I position, random bar fights lower on the scale than having a fight in a bar. Like the fist fighting things Grok got into, There wasn't a man in the city who could stop Gurrund in his prime. So what happened? Well, it's a long story, but let's just say that there was this one fight Gurrund didn't win. I thought you were unstoppable. Well, there weren't no man that beat Gurrund. It's the bottle. Side effect of fighting in bars, I guess. She was a mean mistress. She's a mean mistress, the bottle. To make a strong man weak and a weak man think he can conquer the world. You see, things went pretty bad for Gurrund after Captain of the Guard found him all sauced up trying to sneak his way back into the barracks. Long story short, Gurrund's been living down here ever since. You mean since the Ethereals attacked? No, ain't you listening? This here Gurrund's house. Been living here for years. What do you think it was that told old Corinna about this place? So you rescued all these people? I suppose you could say that. Though I don't think City Guard would admit an old drunk had helped him out. See? You aren't so useless after all. Used to fight. Does Soldier got any war stories? You might be the only person ever asked old Gurrund to tell him a story. Most people around here think Gurrund's just full of lies. And ain't nothing he ever said was far from the truth. Well, here's a doozy. You see, old Gurrund ain't always used to be like this. A long time ago, the old man was a different kind of person altogether. Had a house, a good job, and a family. What happened? Well, short stories is they're all gone now. They're dead? Oh, no. Wasn't easy as that. The younger Gurrund was upright citizen. Got himself promoted to captain in the damn City Guard. They put him in charge of the security around the Black Iron docks. Things went well for a while, then that idiot kid went and saw something he shouldn't have seen. Some back-end deal down on the docks. Wouldn't have been a problem if he just shut up about what he'd seen, but he had to get involved. Turns out some pack goons was running illegal goods for some bigwig up in Crown Hill. Well, Gurrund brought him in for trial, and wouldn't you know, they were released the next day free of charges. Weren't more than a couple of days till they figured out who it was that arrested him. That's when threats started. The monster started harassing Christine and my 2 babies. Sort of panicked, didn't know what to do. So I picked them up and sent them on a boat to the capital. Had some old friends up there. Figured they could hide for a while till things got sorted down here. Then that's when things took a turn for the worst. Once the family were gone, them thugs turned their attention to me. Followed me around everywhere I went, started attacking me when no one was looking, or when nobody cared. That's when the fight started. Figured I had to show them that I wasn't going to lay it down and take it. Got myself into more than a bit of trouble. Got demoted and eventually fired. Him talking in third person really fucks with me, because for a moment I thought, when he said younger Gurrund, I thought that was his kid. I just realized, shit, that was him. Ugh. Okay, Julius, keep going. For those who don't know, Julius Caesar used to refer to himself in the third person. Julius did this, Julius did that. Julius got buggered in the arse. He was Roman. No, wait, that's the Greeks. According to Greek society, to be manly, you had to sleep with both men and women. You were, not manly if you only slept with women. So, yeah. Societal norms and standards and expectations changed quite dramatically over time. I remember apparently in the Malleus Maleficarum, some guy was referencing it apparently, and they thought the reason more women than men were witches was because men were above such carnal desires and whatnot, and women were just when Satan turned up the party, they were down for it because of their carnal, lustful nature. But now people view it the opposite way around. I've said that, referenced that to a few people before, and they laughed and said, that's so silly. It's really the other way around, and yeah, societal expectations and perceptions change quite substantially. Depending on, which bit it is. Others, not so much. It's interesting to, see, But anyway, now I got nothing left but the bottle. Those damn thugs got just what they wanted, I suppose. Never did figure out who they were smuggling for. I'm sorry. How about another story? It's terrible. He only has the one story. Did you hear that? Tell me you can hear it too. I don't hear anything. Must be going crazy. I can hear it so clearly. An old woman speaking to me as if she was right here with us. What does she say? I don't know the language she's speaking, but I feel like she's calling to me. I see her in my dreams too. I don't know what to do to get rid of to rid myself of her. We should try talking back. That sounds like a great idea. Then everybody else down here will think I'm crazy. Don't worry about them. She's been summoned by the other one. I hope you're here to help, otherwise we don't need another mouth to feed. And you look just like the chick that ended up at Devil's Crossing. It's bad down here. I suppose we're safe. That's as much as anyone can ask for after the attack on the surface. But I don't think I'll live through another one of that old drunk stories. Whose stories? Garand. Fancies himself some sort of hero because he was involved in some bar fights when he was younger. Must have been a long time before I was born because I've never heard of him. The way he talks, I'm starting to think they should send him up to the surface to take up back the city. If I have a mind to head up there myself just to get away from him. I'm headed up there. I could use some help. Wasn't really serious. Don't think I'll be of any use. I'm handy with a tool and a keen with needle and thread, but I don't think it'd be any good in a fight. There's only one way to find out. Alright, I get the point. Just like having something to complain about. Keeps my mind off what's going on up above. By all means, complain away. I don't really have anything else to say to her. Nearly here with Black Legion now, thankfully. Only 53 more. Wait, what? Don't actually have the, anything with them. I'm sorry, but no one's allowed to go beyond this point until Corina gives the go-ahead. What's this way anyway? A war zone. Silcap District used to be the city's centre of industry, one of Karen's largest shipping ports. Now it's just a pile of rubble, for the most part. We had a fortification up there until a couple weeks ago. The Tyrell scum made a big push, surprised us in the middle of the night, overwhelmed in a matter of minutes. Without Karina would have been doomed. She took command and ordered a full retreat down here into the sewers, and found this place for us to hide. I think we can hold it well enough. But if we really want to fight back, we need to retake our base up there. Want to get up there, you need to speak with Corina. You need to get deeper into the city. We're not jeopardizing our operation because of one person. If Corina says nobody goes, then nobody goes. By jeopardize your operation, you mean actually get shit done. Gotcha. It's weird finding loot like this in a city. I do like the music here. I think maybe I should call it here, but I keep wanting to keep playing. Bring out your dad. It's me wagon right there. Ah, fuck it. We'll call it here. Christ, I got over 9,000 health now. Nice. So anyway, I sincerely hope you've enjoyed this, and I sincerely hope you join me again soon. If there's anything you would like to tell me, and at all, please let me know in the comment section below. Oops, excuse me. But until then, but do keep in mind the backlog. The backlog. It's currently the 9th of the 5th, 2019. So that's the 9th of May, 2019. I know Americans have their own way of doing it. But, yeah. Long time in the past, by year standards. In all likelihood, this might be 2021 by the time this comes out. I have a fair bit more Witcher to do. I still have the 2 DLC expansions, and a bit more for the base game. Not much, but a bit more. And then I'm done. And there's still there's side quests to do and all that. But then I'm done. Then I have 200 gigs of Path of Exile to edit. the preamble to Betrayal, and then Betrayal itself. And that's 200 gigs of footage. So it will be a while, that's going to take a while to get through. I can't actually tell you how much footage that is, numerically, and to be honest, that would even be a bit of a rough guess. Because let's say if I worked out it at 100 minutes, it wouldn't be 100 minutes, it'd be like let's say it was 100 hours. You may say, like, okay, each episode is 20 minutes long, so you get 3 from an hour. So you multiply the 100 hours by 3, you get... Would it just be 300? Because that feels wrong, that feels like too little. There's no way I put over 100 hours into the current WoW expansion. Yeah, that's what my mind's saying. Huh. Put over that. Shit. Didn't realize it did that much. Anyway, but yeah, you might think it would work out like that, but that's not necessarily accurate. You might try and mathematically work out the amount of episodes. But that's not actually accurate. Because, and to be honest, if it's later and irrelevant here, I kind of talk as if you'll be seeing this, next, but that's not the case. But anyway, basically, let's say I do a set and it ends up being an hour and a half. So then you get 3 half-an-hour episodes. No, sorry. 3 20-minute episodes and then a half-an-hour episode. But if you're looking at that, let's say there's 5 of those kind of sets, there'll be, 5 of those half-an-hour episodes. I won't, in the grand scheme, it may look like I'm getting 3-4 extra episodes there, but I'm not. I'm actually getting, 5 half-an-hour episodes. That's why, looking at the overall time, it only gives you a rough idea, because stuff like that happens. But anyway, and like I was saying anyway, it's kind of irrelevant as to how long it will be before, this comes out, because by the time this comes out, it's out. I'm kind of losing my train of thought here, I'm quite tired. Basically, it doesn't matter. My English is failing, my mind is failing. Basically, there's only, Witcher will be done, Path of Exile will be done, stuff up to here will be done by the time this episode comes out. There's no point in saying, like, oh, it's going to take so many months or a year. You already know, you've lived through it, So, my manner of speech is kind of backfiring on me in the sense of, like, I talk as if, you're seeing this live almost. But you're not. You're seeing this far in the future. And so me just saying, work and stuff like that is a bit irrelevant because you've just lived through it. I kind of end up getting caught up in what I'm saying and forgetting that most of the time, but that's the case. But yeah, anyway, so yeah, basically just keep that backlog in mind. There's a fair, Witcher 3 to go. There's, a fair chunk there at the end of that. Then there's 200 gigs of Path of Exile. And then there's all of this so far. And I haven't edited an ounce of this. I'm not touching it till I'm done with Path of Exile. And my mind's going dead. Yeah, I'm not touching this till I cover Path of Exile. Fully edit that, get rid of it. And then I can work out, how this will be. But yeah, just basically, long story short, I'm tired, so I'm rambling. Basically, I have a very long backlog. Very, very long backlog. End of Witcher, 200 gigs of Path of Exile, and then however much up to so far. Between my recording and you seeing this. So, by the time you get to see this, I'll have long since finished Grim Dawn. I've long since moved on. I may have finished the next 2 games in the playlist. I've no idea what those games will be. I've just gotten Diablo 1, but I feel I should take a break from ARPGs given how much I played of this one right here. So I may be going with Darksiders 2, Definitive Edition. Been meaning to get onto that for a while, and someone also asked, so, you know, probably should follow through. So yeah, basically, long story short, there's a huge backlog between here and when you see this. Huge backlog. So feel free to tell me what you want me to know, but just keep that in mind. Just keep, the fact there's a fuck off backlog in the back of your mind. So, like, don't expect, if you tell me something in the comments, don't expect to see it in the next episode or anything like that. If it's something, like, if you tell me something that's actually really, really cool, as I was saying before, I might do a bonus episode, at the end of the series. I record it, like, when I see your comment, and then release there at the finale of, like, ooh, here's something cool I was told about, and show it and do it then. Or I might wait a bit and, if I'm not really burnt out on this and whatnot, it might be sometime after. But, I wouldn't mind, showing off, a little secret someone told me or what have you. But basically, whatever you say, if it's advice and whatnot, it probably won't be too helpful for me. Because I'll be long since after moving on. Successfully or otherwise. Like say with the Mad Queen. I just kind of got that one kill and then left her be and moved on. I didn't keep trying my luck with her. Beyond that one occasion. So yeah. Basically by the time you see things, things will have dramatically changed. So feel free to tell me stuff, just keep in mind that it mightn't be relevant anymore, or it might be, I might have already gotten it done or what have you. But yeah, I'm rambling here because I am tired. I've been awake quite a while now, and I don't think I got too much sleep to begin with. So yeah, I've kind of overdone it here. But yeah, I sincerely hope you've enjoyed this, and I hope you join me again soon. Till then, love and peace, baby. I could just keep playing. I am enjoying myself. But I really should stop. I really should stop. Till then.